Finally, I mean, we've been all over the world. We've just come from Shanghai, and it's been an incredible experience. You know, it's funny to bring a film around the world, and they already love it. They already love the story, so we feel like half of the job is done, and we're here just to present it and give it to the people. I mean, this is why we're very proud to be here, and we put a lot of work into this, a lot of love. A lot of happy moments are in this film, real sincere happy moments, and I think you can tell. When you watch it, you can just tell we were all having the best time. So, well, it was my childhood. I was 12 years old when this movie came out, and I remember the effect and the lasting memories I have of hearing those songs for the first time, humming them as I left the cinema, getting my mum to buy me the CD, and learning them all, you know, and then the stage show, which I saw the opening night of in London. It's just been landmark moments throughout my childhood and my adult life. So, and it stood the test of time because it is a tale as old as time, and it has many beautiful messages and represented in many strong characters in the film. Obviously, we have Belle, and who just Emma delivers such a great 21st century princess, a woman who needs no one. And she's a strong woman, and I love that about her representation of Belle. And then you've got, you know, the rest of us, and we all felt we were responsible to deliver a message that was so well done in the original animation. We could just do it in live action, and I think you'd be very happy with the result. Well, I mean, you sort of have to go with it. I mean, if you're going to play a baddie, play a baddie well. You know, if you're going to play the most arrogant, chauvinistic, bigoted, evil, self-absorbed narcissist on the planet to life, then do it well and believe every second of it. And I did. I just went with it, and I broke all the rules. You know, it's very liberating to be a bad guy, and he's quite charming with it, and I tried to give a bit of light to it, to the shade of his character. And weirdly, a lot of the moments in the film make people laugh are the ones with Gaston in them. So in a way, I make people laugh as much as I make them hate me at the end of the film. So job done.
It's incredible. I feel like we shot this movie about 2 years ago. I think it almost has been 2 years ago. And so to finally share this with the world is such a great thrill. We've been so proud of it for so long. And I grew up with Beauty and the Beast as almost being my Frozen. It was the movie that my parents took me to over and over again, and I remember being 10 years old in South Florida, seeing it for the first time. And the thing that I remember the most is the audience breaking out into applause at the end of songs sung by animated characters on the screen. And so to now bring those iconic songs to life, to bring this incredible story to life again, to bring these characters to life, it's a dream come true. You know, I think that there's a number of reasons that Beauty and the Beast, the story has stood the test of time. And one of those for me is just the theme of never judge a book by its cover. Some people are different, they look different, they act different, and to judge them before you get to know them is something we could all learn from, and I think that this story tells a great version of what it means to get to know somebody before you pass a judgment and before you let fear guide you.
It's quite amazing. You know, the idea of this kind of film just didn't exist when I was a kid, you know, and I certainly grew up loving the animated film. I grew up loving the book, actually. It's one of my favorite fairy tales. But the point at which technology and fairy tale can now meet is so exciting, where you can have a romantic lead character that's essentially driven by a digital mask that we create. It's mind-blowing. It really does, and I remember the animated film being something that boys and girls enjoyed. You know, other Disney movies are a little more divisive, you know, but this one, you know, a lot of guys my age have come up and said, I really love that one, like ever since I was 8 or 9. And I don't know, there's something about the critique of masculinity and femininity and the kind of it's just very, very interesting when you look at the balance of these two forces within us all. And it's something Emma and I really looked to kind of explode in this one. And it was definitely from an ideas point of view, that's where we were coming from, you know.
I know, it's very, very exciting. I mean, this film has been over 2 years in the making, and I'm just ready to have it out there in the world. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's one of those stories that, God, it's tagline of the movie is "Tale as old as time," and it's true. It's been retold in so many different ways. I mean, the cocktail version of this movie is beautiful, but I think there's something about the Disney version that just really was a telling of it that was so inspiring and really captured people's hearts. So, yeah. You know, Dan who plays Beast, we both do quite a lot of filling in of our backstories of our characters, and I think it'll be nice for people to see everything that they saw in the original, but also like get to know and understand a little bit more of their stories.